Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Now today we are going to be talking about the Homestead races for the Xfinity and Cup only, no Truck Series, so I'll be only talking about Cup and Xfinity. Next weekend will be Las Vegas. I don't think the schedule has been released, sorry, I don't think the entry list has been announced yet, so yeah. So here we go with this. So it started off with the Xfinity Series, and Myatt Snyder wins the race. With P2, Brendan Jones, 3rd, Daniel Hemrick, 4th, Jeb Burden, 5th, Austin Cindric, 6th, Justin Haley, 7th, Brent Moffitt, Ryan Sieg, Jeremy Clements, and Josh Berry rounds out the top 10. Then Riley Herbst, JJ Yaley, who did pretty well in this race, even though starting from last place, and also in a kind of like a Rick Ware Racing, SS Green Racing equipment, which is pretty good. Michael Annette, AJ Allmendinger, Alex LeBay. Shout out to Timmy Hill and Dexter Bean, who also did really well this race. Tommy Joe Martins, Atlanta Castle, and Jade Bulford. So this time I'll be actually only talking about the top 20. And then I have like a little note of all the notable finishes, either outside or inside of the top 20. So the first one is David Starr, and I'll be getting to him why I want to talk about him later. In 30th place, we have Santino Ferrucci. Now, this was his debut season. So his debut race with Sam Hunt Racing in the Toyota. He didn't really do that. He didn't really do that well. Let's just be honest. I don't know when I don't know who when the next race is for Ferrucci, but he didn't really do that well. But it's kind of expected because it is much different to an from an Indy car. So hopefully he does do really well. Maybe in a road course. We'll see. Now, this is why I mentioned David Starr in the first place, because we already know what I want to talk about. 33rd was Noah Gragson, or Gregson. I think it was Gregson, I don't know. But, let's just say Gregson was leading. David Starr potentially just blew a tire out. And it didn't really go down too well for Gregson. It was a big heartbreak. I'll try and remember to review that crash, because of it, it kind of looks pretty interesting, that crash, even though it definitely did cost Gregson the win. I think he definitely would have won or been inside the top 5, which sucks for him. But yeah, so I'll try and remember to make a video of that. I forgot to do one for the Daytona Road Course, but yeah. 37th, 38th, and 39th, I think they all DNF. Ty Dillon, Justin Allgaier, and Harrison Burton, they all DNF, I think due to engine problems or even in an accident. I can't really remember, but those two didn't really have that great of a run this season, which sucks for them. Especially for Allgaier and Burton, who's actually competing for points, not really Ty Dillon. So with Xfinity out of the way, that's your top 20. We'll now move on to the Cup Series, and please pinch me, cause holy fuck, we've had a crazy first three race winners. William Byron wins the Dixie Vodka 400. I can't remember what the Xfinity one was called. For the 27th annual Contender Boats 250. Holy shit, this race was pretty good. Second, let's just give a shout out to Tyler Reddick, who did an amazing job. This race, he would have been very close to actually winning this race in, like, I don't know, I'm gonna guess in like 3 laps, he would have been very close to even past Byron for the win. Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Larson did pretty well. Kevin Harvick, fucking Michael McDowell again with the clutch, and just he's had a breakout season. And I'm really happy that he has. I think he's like currently like 4th place. I can't really remember. We'll check the standings after this. But holy shit, McDowell has done really well this season. Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch, Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch rounds out the top 10. Then Denny Hamlin, Austin Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain, Chase Briscoe, Chris Buescher, who also did a really good job actually winning a stage. And finally, Christopher Bell rounding out the top 20. Notable finishes outside the top 20. In 25th place, Joey Logano, who struggled in most of this race. I think he was. Some people, I think he was probably in the top 10. I didn't watch it, but I think he was in the top 10 or top 15th. But then he just faded away, including Kozlowski, even though he did come 16th. Di Benedetto, who's had a shock of the year currently. He's currently, I think, sitting like around 30 something. And he's not. The worst spot is that he's behind Jamie McMurray, and I think another driver who's not even competing for points. Well, not really competing for full time, which is highly embarrassing. And then 29th place, Ryan Blaney, who I think was racked out by Eric Almirola because he decided to clear himself like a knobhead. So that's the top 20 for the Cup Series. Let's now move on to the Xfinity Series standings. Just as well, I'm going to be able to talk about the top 12, which is the playoffs, and I'll be talking about 13th to 16th. So this is it. Austin Cindric still in the lead, then Maya Snyder, who's also locked themselves into the playoffs. Daniel Hemrick, Jeb Burton, Brandon Jones, Justin Haley, Harrison Burton, Jeremy Clements, Brandon Brown, AJ Allmendinger, Riley Herbst, Lennon Castle rounds out the top 12. Then Kyle Weatherman, weird, Ryan C, Joe Graves Jr., Ty Gibbs doesn't count, and Michael Annette ran out 16. If we talk about it in the actual playoffs, still will be the same top 3. Brandon Jones and Jeb Burton will swap. Haley, Burton, Clemens will be the same. Allgaier and Brown will swap. Herbst and the Castle will stay the same as well. Okay, can they stop changing the fucking ad for this shit? So that's the Xfinity Series standings currently for the top 12 and through 16. Let's now move on to the Cup Series. Cup Series looks weird as fuck. Let's just be honest. Hamlin, Harvick, Logano, McDowell locked themselves into the playoffs. Elliott, Kurt Busch, Christopher Bell locked himself into the playoffs. Kyle Larson, Mark Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, Austin Dillon, Ryan Preece, William Byron locked himself into the playoffs. Cole Custer, Chris Buescher, Bubba Wallace rounds out the top 16. Then Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Newman looking inwards. Talk about in the rankings. Currently, Michael McDowell is currently second in the playoffs, which is fucked. Christopher Bell moves up. Logano moves down. Elliott moves up. Byron moves up. Kurt Busch moves up. Larson moves down. Up. No, never mind. Down. Truex moves up. Yes, he did. Keselowski moves up. Chris Buescher moves up. Austin Dillon moves up. Ryan Preece moves up. So moves down. Moves down. Yeah, whatever. Custer moves down. Wallace stays the same. So I guess that is legit it. Because that is the standings and the result. I'm gonna check if we can check Las Vegas in the entry list. I don't think we can though. I don't think we can. But we'll be talking about the Campbell Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and Cup Series. Campbell the running of the Bucked Up 200, Xfinity, the Alsco Uniforms 300, and the Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube. Weird name. But that'll be happening March 5th, so basically this week, Friday, March 5th, and Saturday, March 6th, and Sunday, March 7th. Basically all 3 of them on Fox or FS1, 2 of them on PRN, 1 on MRN, and 2 is on TSN. So that's about it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.